My reasons for initially getting involved with the ex-racehorse was having competed thoroughbreds up to and including national championship level in dressage and eventing, and knowing that just how many out there were in need of homes, I just felt it was about time we gave something back, and I became thoroughly involved in the rehoming of ex-racehorses. It's commonly known that it's round about the 5,000 horses per year leave the racing industry. Sadly, not all of them are lucky enough to end up at one of the centres or ourselves here at the sanctuary. When this is the case, unfortunately that means they either end up actually at the slaughterhouse or at various sales around the country where they start the slippery slope of being sold to one person, then on to another and on to another, all of which are incapable of handling the ex-racehorse but are unaware of it when they purchase. What we have found over the past couple of years is it's proving more and more difficult to find good quality suitable homes for these ex-thoroughbreds, and equally many of those that have been rehomed in the past due to the current financial situation people are finding themselves in are being returned due to lack of funds. This in itself puts extra pressure on the centre. Having finished its racing career, many of these horses can go on to do several other disciplines, be it show jumping, eventing or dressage, but the majority will make good quality hacks. Those who don't, we like to, or we do our very, very best to rehome as companions to other competition horses. When a horse enters our system, it's difficult to say how long it will spend at the centre. I think I'm correct in saying our quickest turnover has been 3 months, but equally at the other end of the scale it can take 2 to 3 years to rehome a horse if they are mentally scarred from their racing days. If, having explored every avenue, we simply cannot find a home for an ex-racehorse, then quite simply it will live out its days at the centre. No horse will be put down at the centre unless it is either a danger to itself or to the public, or it is suffering. When a horse first enters our system, it's immediately put into the isolation unit, where it's thoroughly examined by our vet, and we need to be confident that it's carrying no infections or viruses, as we have to safeguard the rest of our yard. Having gone through the isolation period, it then enters the assessment period, where we learn a little more about the horse, how it copes working under saddle, indeed how it copes working in hand, and its stable vices if there are any. Having been through this period, it is then reschooled, and we at this stage start looking for a potential new keeper for the horse. Over the years, the Racehorse Sanctuary has been involved with finding super new homes for several hundred horses. Currently we are very full and looking to expand, but of course the problems that go with expansion is the extra funding needed to cope with this. But at present we have a full yard, we have a very long waiting list of horses wanting to enter our system, and we are turning away at least 4 or 5 per week. Funding the sanctuary is a huge problem. We rely totally on our 2 major race days, our 2 major golf days, and of course a thoroughbred ball, as we are totally self-funded. Equally, we have a very active support group and a volunteer basis, and it goes without saying that our current patrons and trustees are working very hard around the clock to raise funds to keep the centre going. Initially, when we receive a phone call from somebody wanting to take on one of our horses, they will be sent an application form which they return to us, giving us all the details that we would need to know at this stage. Subject to us having a horse that we feel on paper would be suitable to the new keeper, as we refer to them, that person is then invited to the centre to ride the horse, to spend time with the horse, groom him, work with him in general, and they can do this on several occasions, during which we will be monitoring them and making sure that we are happy with their relationship with this particular horse. Subject to all this working out, I will then personally carry out an initial home inspection where I visit their premises to make sure that they have sufficient facilities and knowledge, and equally that they have equine companionship for our horse before it leaves the centre. Anybody applying for a horse at the centre needs to be a very capable rider. They also need to know the little ways and idiosyncrasies concerned with owning a thoroughbred ex-racehorse. Those people applying for companion horses, of which we have an awful lot looking for homes, must be aware that the financial implications of having a companion horse is no different to that of having a riding horse, in that they do need to be stable throughout the winter, they need veterinary care, farriery care, and just in general need as much maintenance as the riding horse. As and when a horse leaves the centre, having found a new home, we offer a full backup service in that a member of our team of field officers are always there at the end of the phone for any problems that the new keeper might be experiencing. Equally, we carry out annual welfare checks, or more often than annual if needed. If for some reason, having rehomed a horse, he doesn't settle, or the new keeper's financial situation changes, the horse is immediately sent back to the centre, where the entire process starts all over again. If you'd like to become involved with the Racehorse Sanctuary and want to help in any way, please consider joining our support group, which is just £10 per month and enables us to budget for the future. If you would consider leaving a legacy in a will, or if financially it is difficult for you, then perhaps come along to the centre and just help out on the yard. For all further information, perhaps take a look at our website, which is www.racehorsesanctuary.org.